Hello and welcome to another episode of Positive Exchange. Today we have Kelly Poe from Black Millennials Mental Health. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
So Kelly, tell me about the organization.
Yes, of course. So Black Millennials Mental Health was founded in 2019, originally to create the change that we did not see around us or in our community. And so we definitely just kind of believe in connecting generations through mental health awareness, because you can't have one generation without the next and vice versa. And so we wanted to make sure that we were doing something inclusive, that connected all the generations while at the same time educating and promoting mental health and mental wellness for the communities. So that's exactly what we do, and that's why we started Black Millennials Mental Health.
That's fantastic. I love what you guys do. Can you tell me a little bit about the services you guys offer?
Yes, of course. So with Black Millennials Mental Health, we try to work to destigmatize, that mental illness doesn't exist within our families, within our homes, within our communities. So everything that we do is very intentional to try to break that stigma. So some of the services that we do offer, they're the most affordable that anyone will ever see while receiving mental health services. And so we offer coaching classes, mental health coaching classes, where we work with families, individuals, or couples. And so we offer that out to the community. And we don't call out therapists, we call them coaches, again, to try to destigmatize what's already ingrained in people's experiences from the past. So we have mental health coaches, and we also start off as services at the age of 7.
Okay.
All the way up to the grandparents. And so we have our coaches on site. We also have different community involvement opportunities. So we have like mentors for the youth and for adults.
Yeah.
We also have different ambassador programs where you can kind of learn and get some training around mental health and mental wellness, and be a spokesperson in your community. So we do offer those services, the mental health coaching, the mental health mentoring and ambassadors, and also we do consulting. So just for example, say we had someone that was interested in our services, but they were suffering from schizophrenia. So schizophrenia is, of course, a very serious mental illness, and for the most part, it's long-term. There's no cure, so it's going to take some time. Sometimes you have to live in lived-in care facilities, dealing with that to really receive the support that you need. And so, for example, say if someone was interested in our services, they had schizophrenia, with that, we would screen them, but we will connect them with a more long-term care provider or agency that either offers services for free or for around like a sliding scale that makes them more affordable, versus just kind of coming out of pocket paying for private practice. And so even if we can't help you, we're going to connect you with someone who can. We will not leave you hanging. And that's something that we definitely offer here.
I love that, the family aspect. So because sometimes there's like intergenerational, trauma, and sometimes you want that support,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I can totally, I love that. So as far as services, what areas do you primarily focus in?
So for services, we primarily focus in Houston, the greater Houston area, but we do have mental health coaches in different states as well. For example, Louis, Missouri, even Englandwood, California. So we do have different members stationed in different places, just because mental illness doesn't discriminate. It's
Right.
everywhere and wherever, and it kind of takes place when it's in that type of environment. So we try to make sure that we have a lot of connections throughout the United States. So when we are referring and when we are connecting, we have a person on the ground there to kind of walk people through that process. We're still growing, thank goodness, but so far we're servicing the greater Houston area, and then just some other different cities and counties as well.
Yeah, that's great. Um, you recently partnered with Harris County Public Health. How did that partnership come about?
Wow. So that partnership came about. I'm a very, very ambitious person. So I'm always looking for ways to connect with the community, build those relationships, because it takes a village to basically, hop on this stigma, to try to work it out, to try to get that information out to the communities. So I remember reaching out to Harris County, just kind of asking about the services and the things that they provide for the community. And we kind of hit it off ever since there. We just took it and ran with it. But we recently had a launch party here in Houston, and Harris County was coming out to, of course, provide educational information about just health services and things that they do. But they were also testing, doing HIV and STD testing on site at the event, and also providing COVID vaccines. So they were kind of doing a couple of things there at the event. But it's so needed, it's so vital, and it was just really, really great to have them there. One is just community partners, but a reinforcement as well, to allow people to see the different areas mental health can be related in, and you can see it there. Physical health is the same as mental health. When we were kids, we learned that our head bone is connected to our, and so forth. So it goes. It doesn't just stop with the mental. It definitely has effects on all your physical body as well.
Yes, I mean they're connected. If you're not mentally, in a good space, you're not going to really care about the physical body.
Exactly, and vice versa. When you look good, you feel good, and
yeah,
so it's all connected together. And I was really, really happy to have you guys out to show that that those things do connect. Your health, your regular health, and your mental health. It connects, and to be able to offer that the vaccines and the testing to the community is so vital. It's so vital, and I was definitely happy to have you guys there.
Exactly, especially now.
Yes.
Going through. It's kind of crazy. Is there any barriers that you're seeing in the Black community as far as wanting to, take care of mental health? Or
Yes, most definitely. And it's something that has, I feel like, been around for a while. But I think within the last 2 years, bringing that awareness has become more normalized, so to speak. We have a lot of celebrities, we have a lot of athletes stepping out, making a change, really stepping up for their own mental health and mental wellness. So one, is just really, really rewarding to see that, it's like, hey, we're being seen, the message is getting out there. But I think for a long time, when we talk about mental illness within the Black communities, it's kind of sort of taboo. It's really not talked about within the houses, the homes, within the families. And I think that has kind of carried throughout the generations, where it's kind of like, stick through it, be strong, stop complaining. But like I tell people, we've been strong for over 500 years now, so that's not the issue. We know we can be strong. Can we be vulnerable? Can we put ourselves in a place of healing? It's the real question.